Right, here we are. We've ventured out around 30 mile off the coastline on board Double Island Point fishing charters, and I'll tell you what, the day is majestic. Past a few whales, we've seen flying fish and dolphins. It really is a great excursion just getting out here and seeing a lot of that marine life moving around. Now we're just getting all the gear ready. The team here, getting the hooks ready. You can have a look at those guys there. They're just doing everything. Jack, how's it going there, mate? Yeah, he's good. Timmy, ready to rock and roll. And of course we've got Captain Greg Pierce up there at the helm. Now, we're just going to find the reef, find the spot, find the fish, and get ourselves underway. So Greggy, red emperor, mate, this has got to be a target species for a lot of people.
Definitely, it's the holy grail.
Mate, what's the limit on these when they come up?
So legal size is 55 centimetres. This one should be just over. So hopefully that'll be our lunch.
Mate, tell me about the bag limits on these, because these are a sought after fish by many anglers.
Yeah, so the bag limit's 5 per person. And realistically, when you're chasing reds, 5's plenty, you know, per person.
A lot of people say that fishing, when you eat a fish of this quality, it's like nothing else.
Oh mate, these things, anything we catch out here which is red is definitely, you know, the target.
That's it. Mate, that's an absolute crack of a fish. Let's get another line down. Well done.
Good start.
Skipper, he always catches them, this bloke. He's notoriously known for catching the biggest and best fish. So the gear I'm running here, I've got the Stratic 10,000. I've also got here the Torres rod, so that's a 30 to 50 pound stick. Now we're running down 77766 hooks. I'll show you these here. These particular hooks are fantastic. They've been run together by a couple of swivels, of course, give it good rotation. A bit of glow tube up the top here is just going to help eliminate any banging of that sinker down onto the knot. Going up for about a 40, maybe about a 3 foot leader, up to a small swivel at the top here. So that's going to be doing us the justice. Now for the bait that we're running here, we're going to be using some squid, we've got some pillies, and we've got some nice big chunks of mullet as well. So we just line that up. Now obviously I want to have this piece here going to the tip. So we turn him around and go here, one in here, then one in here. Get that swivel so it's lined up. Look at that, absolutely perfect. Hooks showing up, ready to go. So that's all we have to do now. We're set. Now we just have to wait to get Greggy onto the fish. Down they go. That's the hardest part, is when Greg and Jack turn around saying, hey, let the little ones pick your bait. And that's what we're doing, just waiting, but the resistance is really difficult because you want to jerk into that fish and getting back, but did exactly what they explained, and eventually you feel that thud and a little bit of weight just come up onto the fish, onto your line, and that's the bait being smashed. And these reds, I'll tell you what, they pull pound for pound, really heavy fish to pull up, and quite a good thump on them as well. So if you've caught snapper before, difference for my first time to do this is snapper have a really good head shake, like a real thud. These things are just really magnified a lot more. You got colour there, Greg? Oh. Oh. Gee, look at the size of that thing though.
Big spangle.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of red lip on it.
put him back down and do it again. Big yellow.
Look at that. Mate, what are they like? I mean, they put up a top fight.
They're not rated as a feeding fish highly.
Right. I've got a mother-in-law, and she, Coral, this is for you. So should we give this one to Coral? You reckon, eh? All right, boys. This is for you, Coral, and fellas, this is what you don't want to catch, but I'm okay with this because this is an absolute horse. Look at the size of the thing. Red hot. So Greg, you've been chartering for how long, mate?
Well, officially I started back in 1994, I think, as a decky on the Gold Coast. So
Yeah, wow.
a long, long time.
Which is when I met you back in those days. It was the heyday when the fishing was amazing. And still is good too, even though the population's really bounced up. You've just got to change your ways a bit, go a bit lighter and hit some of those wider marks. But mate, you've come up to Double Island Point, Rainbow Beach. Okay, it is God's country up here, as we've seen with the fishing. Mate, what is it that you love about this particular region?
Mate, I like that if the weather's bad, you can go to Fraser Island for the day. You can go four-wheel driving. You can go to the lagoon at Double Island, go for a swim. There's just so many options, you know. It's definitely, you know, an outdoors sort of paradise.
Mate, the clientele that you get, of course, on your charter boat would have to be a wide range of people coming from up north, down south and out west, wanting to get some good fish for their freezers, because out west they don't get a lot of fish, they get yellow belly and stuff like that, but you know, these saltwater species is really the target market.
Oh, definitely, you know, and as you've seen, we get a lot of the tasty sort of fish, the tasty reefies. There's sport fishing, there's whatever sort of fishing you want is here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and really surprised by the way you hook your bait. So very tuitional, educational at the same time, because a lot of these bigger fish that we're targeting, big baits, big fish, but the hooking up of that particular bait is really, it's got to be precise, the way I've seen with the squid and of course with some of those fillet baits.
Oh, definitely. I like a bait which is streamlined. A big chunky bait is definitely an advantage, but as soon as you streamline it, it'll sink well. It's not going to spin in the current, create a tangle or anything like that. And most importantly, when you hit the bottom, it looks natural.
Yep.
It looks like it should be there. It doesn't look like it's not natural.
Yeah, you've got to get the fish really excited in it as well, mate. I tell you what, it's a bloody beautiful day out here.
Mate, this is an absolute cracker. And the world's your oyster up here on a day like this. You can go and do whatever you like at the moment with the snapper and pearl perch close season. We're sort of trying to avoid those areas as much as we can. Go and fish somewhere else, but as you see, there's plenty of options.
Good on you, mate. Well, I'm getting a nibble,
All
so
right.
I'm hoping. Now, you say don't go hard, let it bite.
That's it. Like
The little
when
ones.
you're targeting bigger fish, it's different styles of fishing. But at the moment, we're trying to find some better quality fish. You've got to ignore that first little nibble. You've got to wait for a better bite
Okay.
to come along.
That's a good tip, and that's how we're going to get our red emperor, aren't we, really? Just waiting for that nibble, nibble, nibble. He's going to come in and go, hey, I want that bait.
That's it. They're bullies. They're, you know, your red emperor, your bigger cod, all those sort of fish. They're the top dogs on the little reef system. So, you know, if they see a little husser or tusk fish getting a feed, they want it.
Oh, well, fingers crossed, because my nibble's getting a little bit more aggressive.
All right.
I'll see we go. Thanks, mate. Look at that. So just let that go.
Try and wait for a little bit of weight to come on.
Okay, all right, I'm waiting. Fingers crossed. That's what it's all about, Double Island fishing charters. Coming out here with Greggy Pearce and his Decky Jack, catching quality fish all round. Nice big hussar. It's not what I'm after that elusive red one, but I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful eating reef fish all round. Stoked. See the size of that cod Timmy caught? Man, that was a big fish.
So when we're targeting reds and your bigger reef fish, it's definitely a case of the bigger the bait, the better. Got a 3-ganger 6-0 double 766s, joined with swivels. That's my preferred method. A lot of people don't like the swivels, but I do. Now, I've got a nice whole trawler squid here. Beautiful fresh squid, it's eating quality. And the idea is, a lot of the time, where red emperor are, there are pickers. So you want to drop down, let the pickers get to it. So you need a quite tough, chewy, big bait, so that when the red comes along, there's something left. So that's why a whole strip, whole mullet fillet or half mullet fillet, strip bait, a big whole squid, or a harder bait's definitely a lot better than the pilchard for these.
Oh, it's a tusky.
Big tusky.
Oh, look at that for a cracker. Nice one. It's not a red emperor, but it's not bad, is it, hey?
They're what I call the tasties up here. You know, like your tuskies, your pearlies, your Moses, all the table fish.
Good quality eating
fish. Just
yep.
Tasty fish.
Yep. Well, you have it, everybody. Just a couple of hours out here fishing with Double Island Point Fishing Charters. Greggy Pearce and Jack, boys, you did well. You put us onto it, and I'll tell you what, does it get much better than this?
Oh, not quite, but pretty bloody good, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, just a few hours fishing. Next time you are venturing up here to, of course, just north of Brisbane, a place called Rainbow Beach. Coming to Double Island Point. Check out Greg and his charter boat and his business, which is Double Island Point Fishing Charters. Boys, thank you so much. Couple of reds. We've got some nice bangos, a tusky, and the cattle dog cod. Nice work. Here's some tips to get you underway.
Yeah, some beautiful fish there. Now, if you're keen to catch red emperor, they are taken in, of course, the tropics of Australia. 24 kilo overhead or spin combo is ideal. You'll need heavy outfit. 40 kilogram mono or braid line class. Now for the hooks. Greg chose to use 7.0 ganged hooks. That was attached to a single leader paternoster rig, and it was nice and long, about 15 feet with a heavy lead on the bottom. Work those deeper pinnacles. That's where the fish live. Lots of sharks there, so make sure your drag is set. And remember, big baits equal big fish. Good luck.
And of course, thanks for watching Step Outside YouTube channel for lots of cooking and fishing action. Like, subscribe, and of course, comment for more catches like this and cooking recipes.